Hey everybody, welcome back to another video of this course, and in this video we will be creating our very first project of this course. So let's try to understand the problem statement and then we'll see how we'll be doing it. The problem statement is let's say there is an object called flat, and this flat is where we live, 1 BHK, 2 BHK, that flat. Okay, now this flat will have few properties, that is square fit, that in what area the flat is, that is square fit, which could be an integer value. And the next property that it have is the price per square feet. So price per square feet, this is one of the property of flat, per square feet, which is again could be an integer value. And then the floor number, on which floor the flat is, so floor number, which is obviously going to be an integer value. And then one more property, that is you can say number of rooms, that is another property of this flat, which is also an integer value. So coincidentally all fields are in integer value, so anyways it doesn't matter. So this is an object with these fields. And now the next thing is you will be creating a constructor. As we have learned in the previous video, you will be creating constructor with all these four values included: the square feet, price per square feet, the floor number, and number of rooms. The constructor will have all these four fields. Also you'll try to create constructor on your own. I have also shown you the way that is a shortcut for creating constructor, which is the option provided by IntelliJ IDEA. So for this video, try to create your own constructor, and from next video onwards, when you are an expert in creating constructor, then we can use the inbuilt methods of IDE. So as of now, try to create your own constructor, creating it from scratch. Okay, you will be creating constructor with all four values. And the next task is, okay, so this field, creating fields, is the first task. Creating constructor is the task after that. And then the final task is you have to create few methods, and that method will return the price of the flat. That is one of the method. Return price of the flat. And how you will get the price? You will simply multiply square feet, the size of flat, which is square feet, multiplied by price per square feet. This is how you calculate the price of the flat. This is one of the method which will return the price of the flat. And the next method is very simple. It will print all value of the fields. So another method will simply print what is the square feet of the flat, what is price of the flat per square feet, floor of the flat, number of rooms, these four values. That method, let's call it M2, will simply print all four fields with the value. So okay, this is the problem statement, and you will pause the video here. Try to implement by yourself, and I hope it can be done on your own, because this is not something big of a task. So pause the video now, try it by yourself, and if you can do it, then don't worry, that's the whole point of this course. So go ahead and try it by yourself. So let's create the project. Let's click on this new project button here, and we have to select name of the project. So project name is simply real estate application, real estate app. I know the name is too fancy for the project, but Anyways, let's do it. And simply press on this create button. So IntelliJ IDEA have created the project for us. So okay, first thing first, we have to create a class called flat with these fields. So let's do it. To create the class, you simply go to the src folder here, right click on it, go to new, and let's select Java class. Name of the class flat, and simply press enter button. Okay, here we got our class. We got square feet, price per square feet, floor, number of rooms. So private integer value square feet, and then private integer price per square feet, and then private integer floor number number of rooms. Okay, these are 4 fields that we have. Now the next task is to create the constructor for these fields. So as I've told you in the previous video, syntax of the constructor is you write public, which is the access modifier, then exact name of the class. So here in this case it is flat. Okay, and right now this is an empty constructor. Now here we have to pass all 4 values because we want all these 4 fields in our constructor. So the first that we have is square feet. So int, and I have told you the naming convention of the parameter passed in this constructor. You write underscore and then square feet. Just that we have clear, distinguish between the field variable name and then here in our constructor. Okay, then again we got integer price. Okay, I can simply copy and paste it. Then we got integer floor number, and then number of rooms. Now we will simply assign these values to our field. Square feet is equals to underscore square feet, and then price per square feet is equals to underscore price per square feet. Floor number is equals to underscore floor number, and then number of rooms is equals to underscore number of rooms. So we are done with our second task as well. We have created the constructor with all 4 values here. Okay, now the next task was, okay, we'll create a method that will return the price of the flat. Okay, so and the formula for price of the flat is square feet, which is the size of the flat, multiplied by price per square feet. So pretty simple. Public get. Okay, now here we have to define the return type because it's a method. Now here return type is going to be an integer because this value will return the price. Public int get flat price. Now here what we have to do, we simply have to return the value of square feet multiplied by price per square feet. So let's create the variable called price, and this is equals to square feet multiplied by price per square feet, and we'll simply return this price. Okay, again there is it can be converted into a single line. You simply return this value, right? So you can remove it return like this. Simply, it is a one-liner and much more concise code. So we are done with our first method, that is get flat price. Now the next method that we had was we have to print the value of all four fields. So pretty straightforward. Let's create that method as well. Public, okay, void, because this method doesn't returns anything, and print all values. So let's have our print statement, system.out.println, and square fit now this value is simply square fit, and let's copy and paste it multiple times and we'll simply change the values. Square fit was our first field. The next field was price per square foot. And the value is price per square foot. Then we got floor number. Floor number and then number of rooms. Number of rooms, and we are done with this. Okay, now back to main method. Here what we'll do is we'll create, okay, I haven't mentioned this part in our challenge, that okay, how we have to use this flat. So okay, it's up to you how you use it. Let's create first of all, let's create an object of flat. So flat, and let's call it my flat. A very creative name, I know, thank you. Is equal to new flat. Now the values that we have to pass in the constructor is square foot, and then price per square foot, floor number, and number of rooms. So square foot, let's say this room got 1000 square foot. Okay, the number could be illogical, so forgive me for that. And then price per square foot, let's say, I don't know, maybe 2000. I don't know how what is price per square foot. This is just very imaginary number. And then okay, let's have little not so obvious value. Let's say 1850 is the price per square foot, and then the next value that we need to enter is floor number and number of rooms. Floor number, let's say 9 is the floor number, and then number of rooms, let's say 2. This flat got 2 rooms. Okay, now let's get the price of this flat. My flat dot get flat price. Okay, we have two methods here, get flat price, and you can see the return type is integer. So let's call this. Now we are at good position to run our application, so press on this button, run button. Okay, it doesn't run anything, right? It doesn't print anything. The reason is this method just returns the value. We have no mechanism to print this. So to print this, let's have a print statement, and print statement says price of flat is in rupees, of course, and this value is my flat dot get flat price, like this, and we don't need this line here. Now let's run our application. Okay, so here we got price of the flat is basically this, and the value is whatever, this is the value, maybe 18,50,000. So let's change the price per square foot. Let's just go with 1240. Let's run this application, and then here we got price of the flat is 22,94,000. So this is working fine, and let's call our another method, that is my flat dot print all values, and let's comment out this print statement. Let's run our application. And here you can see we have all the values of the field. Square feet, this is the square foot of the flat. Price per square feet, this is the price. And number of floors 9, number of rooms 2. You can change the value. Let's say you the flat floor is let's say flat floor number is 4, number of rooms, let's go with 3. Let's leave this value as it is. And square feet, let's say you got 1650 square feet. Let's run this application, and we got these new updated value. So yeah, that's all what I have for you in this video. So this was our first project that we have created. It was very easy, at least I would say it was easy. There was nothing major covered in this project, but it totally covers what we have learned so far. So we have successfully created our first project. There are lot to come. We have tons of project in this video, in this course. So yeah, that's all about this video, and hope to see you in the next video.